Alright, here we're looking at the last year's Formula One racer from Alfa Romeo C38. And this year, the Alfa Romeo C39 has the sort of the opposite spectrum of specs than the last car that I used to win the Belgian Grand Prix. So, of course, I'm talking about Mercedes. So, Mercedes had the highest best acceleration, best braking distance, and best grip, and the slowest top speed. Now, Alfa Romeo, this year, the C39, has the opposite specs. So it has the highest top speed of 196 miles per hour or 315 kph, but the rest, acceleration, braking distance, and grip, is the worst in the 10 teams featured in this season 2020. So do they really make any difference, right? That is the question. Do these specs make all that much big of a difference when you're actually playing the game? Well, I guess one way to find out is try it out, right? So the Alfa Romeo, this one I'll try Alfa Romeo, and on this account, because I do not own that beautiful McLaren MP44, upon completing all 9 Grand Prix, I get to win that car for free. So if you don't own that car, you should do the same. All right, plus 250,000 motorsport dollars, right? All right, so without further ado, here we go. Alfa Romeo. Let's jump right in. C39, and we'll stick to Kimi. Yes, the veteran. All right, so we already know the drill with the tuning setup. Yes, we all know what's up here. So let's get going here. Yada yada yada. Yes, stage 1 spa day, and the beginning installation lab. We just get to test it out more or less. So 115.6 is the base PR, as you just saw, which is the lowest PR group of cars. And what was I going to say? That also means your PR requirement to complete the event is going to be lower as well, at 122.8 as opposed to 123.2. That was the one for, there he is, Hamilton. Yes, the Mercedes. All right. Hope you can see above the halo. That's kind of fun. But, whoa! Yes, when you go off track, you definitely do lose grip. As you might have noticed the grip percentage here. I'm recovering now since I'm back on track, but when you go off track, that's when you suffer. Right, 100%. Goal 1 complete. Now, the big question is, how does it feel compared to the Mercedes? Maybe I did feel like that was a bit more slippery, you know, like noticeable enough difference in driving. So I feel like I need to replace the picture here with the Raikkonen's picture instead of Magnus. That's okay. 4 service bars taken out, and how long is the 55 minutes? You know what? I might actually get these started for the time being because just simply because I'm gonna take my time on this run instead of trying to finish all of it. Actually, you notice the instant tuning and instant service deal is not available here. There's a good reason for that, and that's one of the ways you can kind of, if you know, you can get started on this event with, you know, let's say at the beginning you can get started, but if you want to take advantage of that instant service and tuning later on, like in the later stages, then you can kind of postpone the initializing or initiating that offer by restoring the game and getting started on these events. Then when you restore, the offers don't come through. It's only when you restart the game, like quit the game and restart, then it'll kick in. So anyway, we'll continue on here. So tuning's on their way, and then upon completion of the tuning, our principal here, Frederick, will get, I guess, 4 times the 150 principal XP, because that's how much they gain. And I think it said like when you switch or install the tuning setup, it's like 25 XP, principal XP, I think. That's how it works out. Anyway, continuing on, this one, of course, goal 2 of stage 1 is going to be the drafting challenge, where once you finish 2 kilometers of drafting, you're done. So we'll just draft behind Sebastian, old teammate from Team Ferrari, of course. Go. Should be a pretty quick one before we even hit Eau Rouge. Under 30 seconds. Pick up a few fame points for that. And some driver XP, 58 points. Not much, but we hardly drove in that one. But the race payout is 13,000, so there we go. That's not for nothing, right? All right, so let's continue on here. Tunings are still on their way. 2 goals down. And goal 3. Right, this is also another tailgating challenge, right? For 60 seconds of tailgating this time, so it looks like I'll be tailgating Lewis Hamilton. All right. This one we don't necessarily have to draft, as long as we are within the certain proximity behind. Timer will count. A little lower on on acceleration, but top speed is higher, so maybe that is gonna be gonna roll at some point. I don't know. Oh. I definitely feel it on the braking side of things. This brakes do feel a little bit softer than the way it was on the Mercedes. But then again, I've gone from one extreme to the other here. But perhaps a little less forgiving in that department. But nevertheless, 60 seconds, here we come. There we go. Another pretty quick goal complete here. Minute 7 and change. 172 driver XP gained. And yet another 13,050 motorsport dollars added to today's earnings. All right, so 3 goals down, 1 more to go for the stage 1 here. So overtake 8 different drivers. All right, and you have to complete a full lap on this one, of course. So let's get started. Go. Four. Yeah, not quite as much confident in the grip. I think I should be okay, but I know it may have more to do with the more psychological effect of knowing that this car does have just ever so slightly less grip than the one that I've gotten very familiar with, Mercedes. Right, so as I was saying, going from one extreme to the other. Now, this would be a good place to check out if this Eau Rouge Radion is, and the camel straight is going to be long enough for us to test out really, can it open up the top end of the speedometer? 290, just peaked in just a little bit, but 289, which I think is about what I was able to get in Mercedes as well. Of course, I had no tuning going on in this car, at least at the moment. It would have been another good spot to kind of check out and test the lateral grip right downhill, see if we can make it clear going flat out. Can't quite get to lands, but that's all right. The goal is complete, which is really the important part here. Finishing 12th, I don't know if you can do any better. Only 55 driver XP, even though there was a full lap, since we finished so far in the back of the grid, 12th place, and also payout for that race is pretty low. Let's see. That's funny. The high rank teams are at the end of this grid, like Mercedes and Red Bull and Ferrari and McLaren. Oh, Renault, I guess, is running pretty far up in the front. Anyway, it's moot point. These are all kind of a pre-race practice, right? So, all right, so that will do it for stage 1.
It's a chemical.
And let's skip ads here. That's okay. We don't need it. All right, stage 1 complete. And for that, we get 20,000 motorsport dollars. Let's collect that, and there should be 5 gold reward as well, of course. All right, so that's the end of stage 1 for my second run here for Belgian Grand Prix using Alfa Romeo. So, all right, so we'll pick up on stage 2 in the next video. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys then in the next video. All right, see you then.